morning, Dr. Jojo. Your coffee is here.
What was that?
That was him.
No, not me. I am sorry.
A classic post-breakfast hydrogen burst. Roughly 60% hydrogen, maybe 20% carbon dioxide, and a hint of hydrogen sulfide. You had eggs for breakfast, Milo.
Yes, doctor. 2 eggs and baked beans.
Doctor, why are you analyzing his fart like it's a lab sample?
Because a fart is a lab sample, and today we are going to prove it.
What if I told you that scientists just invented smart underwear to measure your farts? It sounds crazy, but it's 100% real. Stick around until the very end to uncover the shocking technology behind this smart underwear and discover exactly what, why, and how we fart. This story is wild and a little smelly.
Welcome to Young Scientist School. Your scientific journey begins here.
Sorry, doctor, I couldn't hold it. I too had beans for lunch. We really need a thorough investigation because everybody farts.
Exactly. Everybody farts. But nobody knows why or how much. Today, we will talk about the most misunderstood, taboo, and dangerously ignored bodily function in human history that is the fart.
Why do we fart, doctor?
Good question, Milo. There are 3 main reasons your body produces gas. First is swallowed air. Every time you eat, drink, chew gum, or even talk too fast, you swallow tiny pockets of air. Most of it comes back up as a burp. But whatever sneaks past your stomach, it travels all the way down and exits the back door.
So talking too much gives us farts?
That explains a lot about you, Milo.
Second is stomach chemistry. When your stomach acid reacts with certain digestive juices called bicarbonates, it creates carbon dioxide gas. Think of it like a tiny chemical fizz happening inside you after every meal. But here's the big one. The third reason is your gut bacteria. You have trillions of tiny microbes living in your large intestine, and we call them your gut microbiome. When you eat things like fiber, beans, broccoli, or other complex carbohydrates that your small intestine can't fully break down, these bacteria feast on the leftovers. And when bacteria feast, they produce gas, hydrogen, carbon dioxide, methane. It builds up, creating immense pressure. It must escape.
So my tummy has bacteria that throw parties and fart is the music?
Yes, every single day, buddy.
But what if I'm on a first date and just hold fart in?
When you hold in a fart, it stays trapped in your intestines. Pressure builds up, you get bloating, cramping, abdominal pain. Your stomach might start making these embarrassing gurgling sounds. And doctors call it borborygmus. Basically, your gut is screaming to let the gas out. Here's the creepy part. If you keep holding a fart, some of the gas gets reabsorbed into your bloodstream. It travels all the way up your body, into your lungs, and escapes through your mouth.
Wait, you mean fart breathe?
Yes, exhaling your own flatulence. You either let it out the back door, or it comes out the front. Choose wisely.
So when daddy's breath stinks in the morning, it is fart?
Milo, keep quiet.
And long-term, habitually holding a fart in can worsen irritable bowel syndrome symptoms, contribute to constipation, and some older research even suggested a link to diverticulitis, though that's still debated. Bottom line, when nature calls, you should pick up the phone.
I will never hold a fart again for my good health. But why do some farts smell like a crime scene?
Because 99% of a fart is completely odorless. It's just nitrogen, oxygen, hydrogen, carbon dioxide, and methane. The stink comes from just 1%, tiny traces of sulfur compounds like hydrogen sulfide. That's the rotten egg smell. It comes from sulfur-rich foods like eggs, meat, broccoli, cauliflower, Brussels sprouts.
Okay, doctor, but why do we need high-tech gadgets to track farts?
Because for centuries, gastroenterologists have been operating in the dark. Imagine a patient comes to a doctor crying in pain, complaining of excessive gas. The doctor asks, well, what's normal for you? But the patient doesn't know because nobody counts their farts.
Imagine a person writing, "Dear Diary, fart number 14 happened at 3:47 p.m."
Exactly. People are embarrassed. Over a lifetime, we had no reliable baseline for what constituted a normal amount of flatulence. Some past scientists tried to measure farts using invasive techniques. It was uncomfortable, ruined a person's normal routine. Even a gastroenterologist named Dr. Michael Levitt, who is literally called the king of farts in the medical field, he admitted back in the year 2000 that it was virtually impossible for physicians to objectively document excessive gas. So, we needed a revolution. We needed constant, non-invasive surveillance. We needed the smart underwear.
Smart underwear? What does it do? Send a push notification to my phone every time I let one go?
A team at the University of Maryland, led by Dr. Brantley Hall and scientist Santiago Bottassini, has invented a smart underwear. It's a small, compact device with electrochemical sensors that clips right onto your regular underwear. It sits there day and night and continuously monitors the hydrogen gas in your farts.
Why hydrogen specifically?
Because hydrogen in your farts is produced exclusively by gut microbes, not by your body itself. So measuring hydrogen is like putting a microphone on your gut bacteria. You're listening directly to what your microbiome is doing in real time.
So it's basically a FitBit for farts.
They tested it on 38 healthy adults, and the device showed 94.7% sensitivity in detecting hydrogen spikes. That means it catches almost every single gas event, even the silent ones while you're asleep.
But what did they find? How much do we actually fart? I bet it's like, what, 10 times a day?
That's what the medical textbooks used to say. The old literature assumed the average was around 14 times a day. But the smart underwear revealed the shocking truth. The average person farts 32 times a day.
32? More than double?
Yes, and it varies wildly. The study showed a range from as few as 4 times a day to a staggering 59 times a day. The old number was low because previous studies couldn't catch farts during sleep, relying on people's terrible memory. Moreover, some people just don't feel many other farts, and doctors call this difference in visceral sensitivity.
This is crazy. But why does this even matter medically?
This is the crucial part. Right now, doctors have normal ranges for blood sugar, cholesterol, blood pressure, but there is no accepted normal range for flatulence. If a patient says, "I fart too much," the doctor has no reference point. That's why Dr. Hall's lab is now launching a massive nationwide project called the Human Flatus Atlas. They're going to ship smart underwear devices to hundreds of volunteers across the United States. Each person wears the device day and night, while researchers also analyze their diets and gut microbiome. The goal is to create the first ever map of what normal gas production looks like in America.
A fart atlas. We are living in the future.
The scientists have even categorized people into groups. There are Zen digesters, people who eat tons of fiber but barely produce any gas. Then there are hydrogen hyperproducers, the fart champions. And then there's everyone else in the middle. Understanding this could revolutionize how doctors diagnose conditions like IBS, irritable bowel syndrome, SIBO, small intestinal bacterial overgrowth, food intolerances, and even evaluate whether probiotics and prebiotics are actually working for a patient.
So farts aren't just embarrassing sounds, they're actually medical data.
Exactly. Every fart is a tiny message from the trillions of bacteria in your gut. And now, for the first time in history, we have the technology to listen to farts.
Well, my gut bacteria have a lot to say right now.
That sounded like a high hydrogen event. We all are a gas-producing machine. If you enjoyed this video, smash that like button, subscribe to understand advanced research in a fun and an easy way.